Red Moon Love, Chapter 1. Red Moon Craze. The red moon crowned the darkness. It was the night when creatures of the underworld would lurk and satiate their thirst. Howls ascended in the Merville forest on one side, and on another growls penetrated the thick moldy trees, shaking their leaves on the ground. An eerie wind mixed the sounds in a way that a human heart would be doomed to death. Mika Reigna was running for her life under the strict watch of the red moon. She couldn't see in front of her, but she kept running. Through the forest, branches punched her solar plexus, played with her golden hair in a dark game. Her clothes got scratches and were ripped off in places. Blood from her neck would make its way on her white satin shirt like a thin snake. The creature gave the start of a life and death marathon when the clock struck midnight. A blackish mist covered the path for Mika to find no sanctuary. Icy shivers crawled in her body, dancing in a chaotic tune. With a bruised face from the cruel forest, dirty olive pants, one shoe lost in the escape, falling and rising again, she was running without looking behind. The devil was after her, at least that was what she thought. She only saw two bloody eyes, a pair of sharp fangs, and a towering, sturdy male body. Mika's regret was she had fought with her mother for a silly matter right before she might end up dead. When her mother demanded not to see that young man again in her life, she stormed out of the house, slamming the door. A behavior she couldn't correct if the night demanded her soul. The manly creature pursued her trail of blood with an unearthly speed. Mika's blood smell aggravated his senses, driving him crazy to the point of losing control. It was the fragrance of an exotic sweet rose that would tickle his nostrils and inserting the lust of devouring her. His raven-hued wavy hair strands were rebelling along his face, revealing his chiseled jawline. He still had the honey drops of her blood on his lips, tasting them with the tip of his tongue. "Help me, somebody! Open the door!" screamed Mika when she finally found a cottage in the heart of the wood and knocking frenetically on the door. No answer came. She searched the windows to see a light, something to give her hope. It was pitch black inside and no noise would surface to let her in. "Why? Just why?" she cried, crumbling on the cold ground. Her breath was heavier with each effort she made. A pressing weakness reigned her body. "I can't die. I'm only 18. I haven't," she protested with her last viable strength before she passed out. Death reached the premises to encounter its prey. The creature saw the shades of the red moon waving over Mika's body like a signal of protection. He shook his head and looked again. His guts were trooping to have her as a heavenly supper. His mind was blocking him to progress on having her pure blood. It was one-of-a-kind blood type. In his over 500 years of existence, he had never lost control over himself. The sight of her was that of an injured angel. "What have I done? Who's this girl?" raged the devil, who came back to his senses. His scarlet eyes disappeared, and navy blue ones took their place. Thomas D'Angelo took the girl's petite body into his arms. Her heart was skipping a beat every 2 beats. She had long curled lashes, faded prune glossy plump lips, and a porcelain skin. Her beauty was nobiliary. "I will save you. I didn't mean to," he whispered into the girl's ear, that felt like a rose petal when he approached his cheek to her head. "You will not die because of me," he continued with a husky voice. Though he didn't know who she was and how she crossed paths with him on his own vast dominion, Thomas's heart, mind, and body were prone in a familiar connection with her. His immortal heart awakened a warm feeling under the red moon's cold craziness. It was so long since this sort of feelings invaded his deadly being. On his way back to his castle-like mansion, at the limit of the forest, a pack of gigantic wolves with sparkling red eyes surrounded them. Thomas stopped with the girl and stared at the black-brown creature right in front of him. The wolf made a step forward and shapeshifted into a man with a muscular body, black-brown wavy hair, black olive eyes, bare chest and black leather pants, kneeling with his head down. He was the Alpha. "Master, we failed to contain you. This red moon was stronger. The new spell wasn't powerful enough to keep you in chains. You murdered two of our mates. That girl's smell when her car crashed into the gate drove you insane. We don't know how she found her way here. Ronald saw another car chasing her. When she hit the gate, that car drove away without checking on her. Luke and Vic are investigating as we speak," he reported. "Drake, I'm sorry for your mates," replied Thomas. "I don't know her, but I won't let another one die tonight. Call the witch immediately. We will need her for this one," he said, looking at the girl that was at her last mile of life. "We can take her inside the mansion, Master. You need to be protected from the red moon. We don't know if you will burst again. It's dangerous." Drake knew how ferocious and uncontrollable his master was. He had lived with him for 200 years. "No need for that. I manage it now. Do as I say. I will take care of her. Send more people to help Luke and Vic," ordered Thomas. "Your wish is my command, Master," acknowledged Drake and turned to one of the wolves on his right. "Wheeler, take more men and go after Luke and Vic," he thundered. The wolf bowed on his front legs and galloped with 3 other pack members to assist the investigators. "Mike, go and fetch the witch. After she will deal with the girl, I will have a word with her for the failed spell." "Yes, sir," exclaimed Mike and proceeded with the task. The noises and words reverberated in Mika's head, causing her to attempt opening her eyes and move her limbs. She sensed her body in the air supported by muscular arms. What she could see, for the second she succeeded to have control over her being, was a handsome young man gazing at her lips. It was like she saw the most good-looking man in the world. She hadn't seen a more beautiful creature than he was. When she realized blood was on his mouth, a flash of what happened struck her spine. Her jade eyes widened and fainted once again, giving a prolonged exhale. "Hey, wake up! Don't die on me!" yelled Thomas, shaking her in his arms while reaching the mansion's living room. To be continued. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed the first chapter of the story. Any comments will be most welcome and appreciated. Expect next Tuesday to have the following chapter as a new episode. Like, share and subscribe to my channel for more. I welcome you on my website to read my stories, interviews and other articles. My website is www.understand.com. Follow me on social media. You will find all the links in the description box below the video. See you in my next video. Bye!